Most people still build voice agents the slow way. They end up spending time creating the same flows again and again because they're not aware of this new update called components that lets you reuse logic instantly, which means you just have to spend time creating that flow once and then you can use it again and again. Firstly, you're gonna save so much of your building time. Secondly, your canvas is going to look pretty clean. And thirdly, if you ever want to make any change, just make it inside the component and it will be applied across all your agents. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can use components to make your lives way easier. You can literally take your voice agents from looking like this to this. So just imagine how important it is to learn how to use components. So for the people who are new to this, anyone out there can create an AI voice agent without writing a single line of code using a platform like Retell AI. All you have to do is write prompts in plain English and you can create voice agents for customer support, marketing, sales, etc. The AI caller can not only make calls, but it can even pick up calls. You'll find the link to Retell AI down in the description below. Click on the link, you will land on this page, and to get started, simply click on Join or Login. Once the account has been created, you will land on a dashboard, something like this. And to get started, all you have to do is click on Create an Agent and then select Voice Agent. Now we have a couple of options to choose from, but since we are working with components, we are going to select Conversation Flow Agent. Then select Start from Blank and simply click on Create. And yes, before we dive in, a quick introduction about myself. So hello everybody, I'm Yashica Jain. I run an AI automation agency called Automate AI, wherein we automate businesses using AI. We create AI agents, AI workflows, and AI voice agents to save them a ton of time and a ton of money. If you're interested in our service, then the link to our website is in the description below. Apart from that, I'm also an AI consultant. So I consult people about AI automation, I help them troubleshoot their issues, and I help them come up with the game plans for their next AI move. If you want to see more content like this, do subscribe to the channel and do follow me on LinkedIn as well as X. And yes, this video has been sponsored by Retell AI. If you're interested in this AI voice agents genre itself, then I have a complete playlist on how you can create voice agents, how you can connect phone numbers, how you can prompt them, etc. I will link the playlist up in the I button right here. Alright, now we can get back to the video. So for the sake of this video, we're going to create an inbound voice agent for a karate academy. So basically, every time someone calls in, the voice agent is going to pick up the call. It will be able to answer any question that the customer has regarding the coaching program. So let's start by renaming the agent. So I'm just going to call it the inbound voice agent for the karate academy. Alright, so let's start with the global settings on the right. So firstly, select the language you will want the voice agent to converse in. It can be one of these languages, or you can simply select multilingual, which supports all of these languages that you are seeing on screen. Next up, select a voice for your voice agent. Is it a male? Is it a female? Which accent? Etc. You can hear them, and if you like it, you can simply click on Use Voice. For example, I'm going with the voice called Nico. Next up, we have to select which model powers our voice agent. Is it one of the GPTs? Is it Claude? Is it Gemini? You can have a look at the pricing and then select accordingly. I will just stick to GPT 4.1 for this voice agent. Next up, we have to write a global prompt, which is nothing but the identity of the voice agent. For example, who it is, what it is supposed to do, and some rules that it has to follow all the time. For example, here is the global prompt structure that I use. I start with the identity. So you are Alex, an AI voice agent for Elite Karate Academy, assisting callers with program information, booking demo sessions, and answering frequently asked questions. Your tone is friendly, confident, and professional, ensuring a smooth and engaging conversation. Then I'm mentioning about the current time and the time zone because it's really important to say phrases like next Monday, today, tomorrow, this evening, etc. Next up, we are mentioning some style guardrails. For example, keep your responses short and clear. Now, these style guardrails really make a huge difference in converting your voice agents from sounding robotic to sounding natural and conversational. Next up, we have some response guidelines as to how it should respond to the customers. For example, if the caller is unsure, provide guidance without forcing a decision. Then ending off with a small conclusion. So I will share this global prompt with you in the resources linked in the description below. All you have to do is click on that link and download the resource. It will be free to access, but if you want to support the channel, then that's up to you. Alright, so let's save it. Next up, we have knowledge base, which we will be covering later in the video. And after that, we have a few settings, but I wouldn't recommend changing them a lot because they work really well. But you can still go through it just in case you're interested in changing something. Alright, now let's start with the actual conversation flow. Basically, how is your voice agent going to start the call? What is it going to do in certain situations? We are going to define everything step by step. So let's start off with the welcome note. So if you click on it, you will be able to see that you have two options. The first is a prompt and the second is a static sentence. If you select static sentence, then the voice agent will simply read this out without making any changes. But if you select a prompt, you can just tell it that introduce yourself as Alex from Elite Karate Academy. And this way, your introduction is going to be dynamic each time. Then we can mention, ask them how you can assist them today. After that, under transition, we basically need to specify what actions it needs to take based on the user's response. For example, when it says, how may I assist you today? In that case, the user can either respond by saying, tell me more about your classes. Or they can say that, help me book a demo class. I mean, there are a couple of scenarios that can take place. And that's exactly what we have to mention here one by one. So the first one can be user wants to know about the coaching program or the classes. The next one can be user wants to book a demo. To add more, you can simply click on plus and then prompt. Then the user has questions. And just to be on the safer side, we can also say something else. So if it's either of these, which is they want to know more about the classes or they want to book a demo or they have questions, then the voice agent will be able to assist them. But if it is something else completely out of scope, in that case, it can just transfer the call to a human representative. Now we are going to create components for each of these scenarios. For example, book a demo is going to have a component of its own. The entire flow for booking a demo is going to be within that component. And you will be able to use that component not just in this agent, but also in your future agents. For example, you're creating another agent and you also want that agent to book demos for you. In that case, you don't have to spend that time again building the flow step by step. Instead, all you have to do is connect the component and that's it. And that's how you build a voice agent 10x faster. So for now, you just have to spend your time building it once and then you can keep using it again and again. Alright, so let's start with the book a demo flow itself and then we're going to go ahead and create the rest of them. So all you have to do is click on components from the left menu, which is going to show you two different component types. The first one are library components and then we have agent components. If you create a library component, you will be able to use the component in any of your other voice agent. It could be an existing one or a future one, but if you create it under agent components, then you will only be able to use that component within this particular agent. So I would highly recommend you create it under library components because things like book a demo, answer frequently asked questions, ending, information, they are needed over and over again in literally most of the voice agents we create. So simply click on plus. And that should open a new window in front of you. And if you look down below here, it says component S1. So just click on these three dots and click on rename. Let's call it book a demo, the Karate Academy. And in short, I just written TKA. Alright. And now here we have to create our sub workflow for book a demo and that will be converted into a component. So if someone says that I want to book a demo class, the first thing that I would want to ask them is what time and day works for you. So I've written a simple prompt that says that they are interested in booking a demo for our coaching program. Tell them that it is a 30-minute session with our top coach. Tell them that the demos are usually available on weekdays at 5 p.m. and weekends at 11 a.m. Ask them when they would like to come in for their demo class. So we're first telling them about the demo like it's a 30-minute session. Then we're telling them the timings and then we're asking them when would you like to come in. After that, let's mention the transition. So I'm going to select prompt. And the first condition here is going to be if they confirm a time. And the second condition could be if they are unsure, hesitant, or need more info. So I think these two are going to be the main conditions here. If they do confirm a time, I would like to ask for their name next. So I'm just going to click on conversation here. I'm going to put it here and I'm going to mention that confirm their full name for the booking. I'm going to simply connect these two so that once they confirm a time, it directly goes here. By the way, if you want, you can also rename the nodes. It's always a good practice. For example, this is going to be time confirmation, or we can also say slot confirmation, and this one is going to be name collection or simply name. Now, the condition for this is going to be name is confirmed. Next up, I would like to confirm their phone number. So I'm going to simply duplicate this right here. And let's connect these. Let's change name to phone number. And for the phone number, I've simply said after getting their name, confirm their contact number to send the booking confirmation details. Ask if they would like to use the user number, which is the number they're calling from, or if they want to provide another number. So this one that you're seeing here is called a dynamic variable, and it will be easily replaced by the number they're calling from. Now the transition is going to be phone number is confirmed. And after this, I just want to give them a confirmation that your demo class has been booked and you can come on that particular date and time. So let's add another conversation node here, and let's take it here. Let's connect it. And let's say, tell them that their demo class is confirmed for day and time. Mention that they will receive a confirmation message shortly and that you're excited to have them join the session. Ask if they need any further assistance. And for the name, we can just say confirmation. Now again, after this question, there can be two scenarios that yes, they need further assistance, or else no further assistance is needed. And in either cases, we want to exit out of the component because the booking demo flow is now complete. Now let me go back to the main flow from the taskbar down below. And now all I have to do is add that component in my main canvas. That's it. So this was the one we created, book a demo TKA, which is the Karate Academy. Let me click here. As you can see, that has been inserted. And now all I have to do is connect the two. Now, as soon as it goes here, it's going to go into that sub workflow we created, and then it's going to come back to the main canvas. So in our book a demo component, at the end, we said, yes, they need further assistance or no further assistance is needed. We'll have to mention the same transitions here as well. So let's say, yes, they need further assistance, or else no further assistance is needed. And now from here, we can select what happens after each of these cases. So if they do need further assistance, we can simply ask them what they need help with. So let's add another conversation node right here. Let's call it the main menu. And for the prompt, let's say ask what they need help with. And again, the transitions are going to be the same. So we can just copy paste these because these are the only things we can assist them with. All right. And let's connect yes to this one. And if they select no further assistance is needed, I would just like to take their feedback and I would like to end the call. So let's create another small component for ending, which is going to basically, take their feedback and politely end the call. And the reason why I'm creating this component is because though the sub workflow is very simple, but we need this ending in literally all our voice agents, right? So why should we spend time creating it again and again when we can just have it as a component? So the same drill, click on plus, it's going to open up a new one. Let's rename it as ending, or let's say end call. And the prompt here is going to be ask for their feedback about how the call went on a scale of 1 to 10. And let's call it feedback collection. And the transition is going to be feedback collected, or the other case could be that no feedback collected. Maybe they don't want to give a feedback. And well, in either cases, we just want to acknowledge whatever they have said, and then we just want to end the call. So let's take it here. Let's call it ending. And this time, we don't really want to take a response from them because we're literally saying bye. So we're just going to select skip response for this one. And then we're going to exit the component. Let's come back to the main flow and let's click on the end call component and let's add it right here. So if no further assistance is needed, simply end the call through that sub workflow. And the transition here is just going to be end call, nothing much. And then we're simply going to select the node ending, which basically ends the call or cuts the call. And we're going to connect it here. Oh, by the way, we had it here, but we can just get rid of it. All right. Now, if I wanted, I could have just added the component inside the book a demo component, but it's not really allowed at this moment. Inside a component, you cannot call another component. That's why I had to take it back to the main canvas, and then I added them one after the other. And even with the end call function, I couldn't add it inside the component here. That's why I had to, again take it out in the main canvas and then add it here. So let's quickly revisit what we have created so far. So we give a quick introduction, we ask them how can we assist you today, and let's suppose that they said that I want to book a demo class. After that, we simply ask them what time works for you, name, phone number, okay, your appointment is booked. Then we ask them, do you need any further assistance? If yes, we continue assisting. If no, we just take their feedback and we end the call. Now, if you noticed, we did collect their name, their phone number, the date and time, but we did not store this data anywhere. So how will the Karate Academy know that, okay, this particular student is going to come at this particular time for a demo class? So for storing this data, you can either store it inside a system that they're already using, or you can store it inside something as simple as a Google Sheet. And in order to do that, all we have to do is create a simple function in between here, which is going to take this and it's going to add a new row inside Google Sheet. So just delete this connection, simply click on function, click on add, and then select custom function. For the name, let's say book demo. For the description, call this function to book a demo class for the caller. Now at this point, we have to set up an API call, which is going to take all of this data and it's going to send it to Google Sheets. API is basically the language in which two platforms communicate with each other. Now Google Sheets API is quite complex. We cannot do it right here. And that's why we will have to use a middleware, which is going to be an automation platform. Now you can use anything. You can use Anyten, you can use make.com, Zapier, whichever you feel like. In that case, we're going to use Anyten. So it's going to be a middle platform where we're going to design this small automation that is going to take this data and it's going to add it to Google Sheet, because we can't do it directly here. So you will find the link to Anyten in the description below. Again, a no-code automation platform, so you don't have to code. Simply click on Get Started or log in if you already have an account. Once you do, just click on Create Workflow, and that creates an automation for us. Let's start with the first step, which is the trigger. Just search for webhook. And this webhook is actually going to get you a URL that Retell AI is requesting from us. So Retell AI is going to send this data to this particular URL, and we are going to catch it here and we are going to add it to Google Sheets. Just change this to post because we are posting data and there's no need to change anything else. Just click on save here. Go back to Retell, select form, and simply tell it what all information you want to pass. So the first thing is going to be the date and time. So the preferred date and time for the demo. So this is required. Then we have the name, the collected user name, and then we have got the phone number. So we can say user's phone number. And then let's click on save. Make sure this is selected and click on add. And that is going to add this function right here. Just connect the dots here. For the transition, just say function executed successfully and then connect it back here. Now I'll have to do a quick test to get some dummy data and send it to Anyten so that we can process it further. So go back to Anyten and click on listen for test event. Go back to the main flow and click on test agent. Then select manual chat and let's start. Now, by the way, I know it's a voice agent and we should test it by audio, but I think for this small testing, we can just do it via chat and we will also be able to see how the functions are going, so it's easier. But then once this is done, we will be testing it via audio because I know this is not a chatbot and it's a voice agent. All right, so how can I help you today? I want to book a demo class for my kid. All right, our demo class is a 30-minute session, blah, blah. Then it has given the timings. What would work best for your kid? So let's do Saturday, 11 a.m. So Saturday, 11 a.m. works. Then it's asking for my name. So let's say Yashica. Let's assume that's the kid's name. For the phone number, let me just give some random phone number here. All right, so as we can see, it did call the tool. As we can see here, Let's go back to any10. And as you can see, we did get the data as well. So let's scroll down here. Let me just close the transcript. And if you see under arguments, the name, the phone number, and the date and time have been mentioned. Now it has very nicely given the date and time in ISO format, and it has clearly mentioned the 1st of November at 11 a.m. IST, as I can see here clearly. But if you want it to be more readable, you can just go back to your agent, go back to the function we were creating, and click on edit. And here you can say in simple, understandable language. And from the next time, it will write it in English, like 1st of November at 11 a.m. Alright, next up, all we have to do is just search for Google Sheets and then select append row in sheet. Then simply click on create new credential and just connect your account. It's like a simple Google sign in. Then we need to select the sheet. So let's create a new sheet here. Let me call it demo classes, the Karate Academy. Let's go back here. Let's search for it. So demo. Okay, so it's not showing. I'll have to refresh the page. Before that, save the automation. But yes, before refreshing, just make sure that you pin the data for the webhook node, or else we will lose it. Then you can save and refresh it. Alright, so now let me search for demo. And there you go. I found it. Sheet is sheet 1. Now let me create some columns here. So name, phone number, date and time. And we can also put a channel so that they know where it's coming from. Let's click on refresh. Alright, so name. Let's just map it from here. So there you go. That's the name. Then that's the phone number. And that is the date and time. Just refresh and okay, we can see the channel as well. And let's call it AI voice agent. Alright, let's click on execute. And as you can see, the data has been added. And from the next time, this is going to be more readable, so don't worry about that. Come out of the automation, save it, name it. So let's say demo classes, logging, or whatever you want to name it. And then simply turn on the automation. Go back to the webhook node, unpin the data because that is done. Head over to the production URL, copy it, go back to your function, edit, and then change the URL to the production URL. We were using the testing one because we were creating the automation, but now that it's done, we are going to change it to the production one. And let's save it. Now, every time someone talks to the voice agent and they talk about the booking, it's going to automatically add the details inside the Google Sheets. You don't have to do anything. It's all automatic, and the automation will be running on the background inside any10. You don't have to touch it. Now, before we go ahead and create the rest of it, let's quickly test our agent, and this time through audio. So let's go to the main flow and then test agent and then test audio.
Hi, this is Alex from Elite Karate Academy. How can I help you today?
Hi, do you guys offer demo classes?
Yes, we do. Our demo for the coaching program is a 30-minute session with our top coach. Demos are usually available on weekdays at 5 p.m. and weekends at 11 a.m. Do you have a day and time in mind that works for you?
Yeah, let's do 5 p.m. Monday.
Great, I'll book you in for Monday at 5 p.m. Could you please tell me your full name for the booking?
Yeah, it's Jessica Rose.
Thanks, Jessica. To send your booking confirmation, can I use the number you're calling from, or would you prefer a different one?
Just use 965-342-8961.
Awesome, Jessica. Your demo class is confirmed for Monday at 5 p.m. You'll get a confirmation message soon. We're really excited to have you join the session. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
No, that's it.
Before you go, could you quickly rate how this call went for you on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'd say it was a solid 9.
Thanks so much, Jessica. It was great speaking with you. Have an awesome day.
Alright, so that was the call. Let's go to the Google Sheet and let's see. Alright, so Jessica Rose. I intentionally use different names so that I can track. And this is the number, and Monday at 5 p.m. AI voice agent. Cool. Now let's continue creating these. Next up, we're going to create the one that is user has questions, which is basically answering frequently asked questions. So again, components, add, and let's rename this as answer question. Now, a lot of time what happens is that as soon as a person calls, they right away ask the question, right? Without even giving you the chance to ask them that what do you need help with, or what questions do you have. So for that, I just want to have a simple logic step here, which firstly says that the question is known, and the second one is else, which means the question is not known. And if the question is not known, in that case, we will ask them what their question is. And I can just say question, ask about their question, and we can call them question. Or the transition, again, same thing, question known. Or the second case could be that they don't even have a question. So no question. Or we can say no further question. All right. And if there are no further questions, they can just exit. But if they do have a question, in that case, we want to answer it for them. So I'm going to simply say answer their question using the knowledge base. Ask if that answers their question. I mean, do you want me to elaborate more on that, or can we move forward? Something like that. And for this one, I can just say answering, answer question. Let's connect this here. And if the question is known from the beginning, then again, we can go directly here and we can skip this step of asking them what question they have. All right. So something like this. All right. So then it's going to answer the question and it's going to ask if that answers their question. And the responses could be that they have some follow-up question, which means that, they didn't get an answer, or maybe they have a separate question. And the second one could be all doubts cleared. And just in case all of their doubts have been cleared, I think we can just ask them, is there anything else we can assist you with? Like, you want to book a demo or something? Or is that it? Okay, so all doubt cleared. We go here and let's call it further assistance. And the same thing, yes, further assistance is needed, just like the previous component, and then no further assistance is needed. All right, and I think this one, that is no further questions, should first go to this branch, and then it should, take it to the end of the component. So let's end it here. And if they do have a follow-up question, then we're just going to loop it back to this node, right? So it's like a loop until and unless all your doubts are cleared. Now, you might have noticed that I have mentioned knowledge base here. Now, what is a knowledge base? So, a knowledge base is a place where you can basically dump your files, your web pages, some text, using which the voice agent can answer questions. Because it does not know information about your coaching program or your business or your working hours, right? So, we need to put that information in. Now, since this is a hypothetical karate academy, I just got ChatGPT to create a knowledge base for me with some dummy information like timings and classes, class structure, bell progression, fee, safety, etc. But if you're doing it for a real business, I would highly recommend you put together an FAQ document with the most frequently asked questions for that business. You can also have documents regarding the services they provide, anything regarding pricing, etc. Then simply come back to the main flow, head over to knowledge base here and click on add. Then click on add new knowledge base and then click on plus, give your knowledge base a name. So let's say the Karate Academy, and simply add your documents. If there is any website associated with the business, you can add it. If there is any blog page or something you want to add, you can simply add the web pages. Or else if you want to copy paste text, you can do that as well and then click on save. So this is in progress. Let's go back. Let's click on add. Okay, it's not showing, so I'll have to refresh the page. All right, now I can see it. So let's select it. And now the document has been attached to the voice agent. It can easily look into the document and give answers. Now let's add the component we had created just now. So we called it answer questions. And let's add it here. And let's connect it to user has questions. And the transition is the same. They need further assistance or they don't need any further assistance. And the connections are also the same. If no further assistance is needed, end the call. And if further assistance is needed, then take them to the main menu. All right, so this is done. If you want, you can head over to answer questions. And for this particular node, which is answering the question, you can add a node knowledge base, which is going to provide context to the agent. So basically, the knowledge base we had added was for the entire agent, but you can also specify it for that particular node, as you can see. I think it's just a good practice, so please do add it. All right, back to the main workflow, and we have just a little bit more of work, and then we should be good. If you want, let's do a very quick test to see if the knowledge base is working fine. So test audio.
Hi, this is Alex from Elite Karate Academy. How can I help you today?
Hi, I wanted to know about the class structure, like what really happens during those classes.
Sure. During our karate classes, students usually start with a warm-up, then move on to practicing basic techniques, forms, and partner drills. Classes also include self-defense training and sometimes sparring, depending on the level. Each session ends with a cool-down and a quick review. Does that help answer your question, or is there something specific about the class you'd like to know more about?
Yeah, and how long does it take to transition from like a white belt to a yellow belt, for example?
It usually takes about 3 months of consistent practice to move from white belt to yellow belt. Progress depends on attendance, effort, and instructor evaluation.
Yeah, so the knowledge base is working fine. And now let's create the last one, which is pretty simple, which is user wants to know about the coaching program. Now, this is if they don't have any specific questions, but they overall want to know about the program. So again, let's create the component. Let's call it program info TKA. And here's the first prompt. The user wants to know about the coaching program. Give them details from the knowledge base. Ask if that helps or if they have any specific questions, like an overview of the program, right? Like a small description through the knowledge base. It can like summarize the knowledge base basically. Then one of the transition can be need more details, have questions, and the other one can be resolved. If they do need more details, we can just connect it to this one, which is continue assisting the user using the provided knowledge base. And again, let's add the node knowledge base here. Yeah. And ask if that answers their question or if you should like elaborate more. Again, the same thing. Either they have more questions, they need more details, or the thing is resolved. If they still need more details, I think it should just loop back. And if the questions are done and they know about the program, I think we should like take them towards the demo. So ask if they need assistance with something else apart from the program, perhaps book a demo. So let's connect resolved to this one. And this time the transitions are going to be book a demo, yes, further assistance is needed, and no further assistance is needed. Now again, I can't take to the book a demo component directly from here. I'll first have to exit to the main canvas and then we will be able to add it. So firstly, let's add the component here. Let's add it here. And let's add the transitions. So if they do want to book a demo, we're just going to go to the book a demo component directly, and the rest of the story remains the same. So if they do need further assistance, again, we go to the main menu. If no further assistance is needed, we go to the end call component. And that's it. We have successfully created all the components. Now let's complete this as well. So user wants to know more about the coaching program. We go to this component. As simple as that, without like complicating the flow. And then user wants to book a demo. Let's go here. Then user has questions. Let's go here. And for something else, we haven't created that yet. So in case of something else, which is like out of scope things, I think we should just transfer the call. So firstly, let's just say that tell the user, or we can say tell the caller that you can't assist them with that request. And if needed, you can transfer the call to a live representative. Or you can say transfer the call to one of our team members. If they say yes, transfer the call, then that's one thing. And then if they say no, transfer isn't needed, then that's another. So if they do say that yes, the transfer is needed, firstly, let's connect this here. If they do say that they want to talk to a human, we're just going to call transfer here. So just click on call transfer and then here. Click on it. Here you can add the number to which you want to transfer the call. You can select if it's a cold transfer or a warm one. In case of warm, AI gives like a summary before transferring the call to the team member that they need help with XYZ. I couldn't help. Can you please help them? And that's it. Those are the settings. Just in case the transfer fails, you can just tell them that I couldn't transfer due to technical issues or no one is available, up to you, whatever you want to write. Please try later. And then without taking a response, just end the call because we can't help them anymore. And we also don't want to take a feedback at this point. And yes, if no transfer is needed, then I think we can take them to the main menu. And let's add another option to the main menu, which is to end the call just in case they don't want to speak any further. And in that case, we can just take them to end call. And there you go, the flow has been complete. So let's do like a proper test at this point. So I'm going to first be like, I want to take your class. Can you give me program information? Then I'm going to like ask them a few questions maybe from the knowledge base. Then I'm going to also like try to book a demo. I'm going to try booking, and let's see if that ends up in Google Sheets. And if this all goes well, then we've won the battle. So let's test it.
Hi there. This is Alex from Elite Karate Academy. How can I help you today?
Hi, can you tell me more about your classes and your coaching program? I'm really interested in enrolling my brother into one of your classes.
Absolutely. Our kids' karate program is for ages 5 to 12, and it's all about building confidence, discipline, and focus in a fun, safe environment. Classes are led by certified black belt instructors who really know how to work with kids. We keep the group small, about 12 to 15 students, so everyone gets personal attention. Each class is an hour long and includes warm-ups, basic karate techniques, and a belt progression system so kids can track their progress. We also offer a free 30-minute demo class if you want your brother to try it out first. Does that help, or is there something specific you'd like to know more about?
Got it. No, thanks for the explanation. Can you tell me more about the fee structure?
Sure. Just so you know, our monthly fee is $40 for 3 classes a week, or you can go for the quarterly option at $100, which saves you a bit. There's also a one-time $15 fee for the uniform, and each belt test is $10. Is there anything else you'd like help with? Or would you like to book a free demo class for your brother to try it out?
Yeah, let's book a demo class. That would be great.
Great. Our demo class is a 30-minute session with our top coach. We usually have demo slots on weekdays at 5 p.m. and weekends at 11 a.m. Which day and time would work best for your brother?
I think we can do Tuesday at 5 p.m. Yeah, let's do that.
Awesome. I'll reserve a spot for Tuesday at 5 p.m. Could you please tell me your brother's full name for the booking?
Yeah, it's Josh.
Thanks. And just to confirm, should I send the booking confirmation to the number you're calling from, or would you prefer a different contact number?
Please send it to 9856432100.
Josh's demo class is all set for Tuesday at 5 p.m. You'll get a confirmation message shortly at the number you provided. We're really excited to have him join the session. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
No, that's it. You were really helpful. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Before you go, could you quickly rate how the call went today on a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah, it was a 9.5.
Thank you so much. It was great speaking with you. Have a wonderful day.
Awesome, we did it. So let's check the Google Sheets real quick. Josh, that's the number, Tuesday at 5 p.m. AI voice agent. I mean, it asked my brother's name, and I was like, what do I say at this point? Alright, so we created a total of 4 components for this particular agent, which we can not only use throughout this agent, but also in our future agents. And the good thing about this is that if you make a change to, let's say, this particular component, right? In that case, you don't have to make that change again and again in all of those other voice agents and other places. It will be automatically reflected there. So that I think is a great time saver again. Now all we have to do is publish the agent. So just click on publish. And to take it to the real market, I would highly recommend you add a phone number to it so that people can actually call it and speak to it. If you want to learn how you can connect a phone number to the voice agent, I will link another video above here. You can watch that, and it shows you how you can easily connect one number using Twilio. Now, before I leave you, I want to show you the power of components. So let's create another voice agent here. And let's suppose it has been 3 months since the inbound voice agent is running and it's doing great, it's booking demos, it's answering people's questions, and it's saving your team a lot of time. And now let's suppose you want to take it to the next level, which means you don't just want to pick up people's call, instead you also want to call them. Now it could be that they filled out a form on your website, they interacted with an ad on Facebook that you had put, and now you want to call them back and you want to ask them to, book a demo or give them some sort of offer or something like that. In that case, the good thing is that you don't have to spend the same time creating it from scratch. All you have to do is head over to the components and simply select the components. Firstly, put the welcome message, then connect it to the components, and that's it. You're good to go. No doubt you will have to create a few of these conversation nodes to tell them about the offer or whatever. But then for the actual booking process or for the actual answering question process, you can just simply use the components from here. And that's how you build your voice agents 10x faster. So you'll find the link to Retell AI down in the description below. Don't forget to use that link. And do let me know in the comments below how this video was and what you want to see in the coming future. Do like the video if you got value and if you learned something new. If you're looking for AI and automation related services, could be AI agents, could be an AI voice agent for your business similar to the ones we have been talking about, then don't forget to check the website's link, which is there in the description below. You'll find the global prompt in the resources linked in the description, as I said, which is again going to be free to access, but if you want to support the channel, you can. If you want to connect with me personally, do send me a LinkedIn request or drop a comment below. I will meet you in the next video. Till then, bye.